how I load my pack is I use a few different things. It's very important to actually space out or distribute the weight from bottom to the top rather than just putting everything straight into the bottom, because if you've got all this weight at the bottom, it does start to bang around on the sacrum and the lower back there. So a few things that I use to pad it out is just like a jersey, and then I've also got a couple of big beach towels as well, so that just helps to protect you from getting smashed around. A few other things I use are some water bottles filled up, so that's a 2 litre. This one here is a 4 litre, so 4 litres of water is 4 kilos. And then the other things that make up the weight, I'm fortunate to have a few of these weight plates. So these are increments of 1.25 kilos. And yes, I'll distribute everything through the pack nicely. For the big pack, or the walk-in pack, I use the Tatonka Bison. So this is the 75 litre plus 10 model. Yeah, that works for me. So sleeping bag will go at the bottom, and then the other weight will go through the main body of the pack. One other really important part of this stage is making sure that you get your pack set up correctly. So making sure that the majority of the weight is being taken through your hips and your legs. So rather than trying to tighten up the straps on the top too much and using your shoulders a lot to carry the weight, ideally you want to try and be able to relax your shoulders and have that belt around here, that sort of that hip region, hip and waist area. That's where the majority of your load you want to be taking. So make sure you do sort of set up the straps to get everything set up for that. So for example, on this particular pack here, you've obviously got a lot of mechanisms that you can use to sort of change the tightness through the shoulders here, your waists, and then you've got also an attachment down the side here where you can alter how much pressure you have on or have off your hips. Every pack's a little bit different, but this one here is particularly well designed in terms of carrying load and carrying it comfortably. So yeah, take a bit of time to get the pack set up correctly, because if you don't, you're going to start to wear out muscle groups throughout your pack training sessions, which could potentially lead to injury. So yeah, get yourself set up right from the start. So the next thing to do is to decide whether you are at a starter, intermediate or advanced fitness level, and that's just your own self-rating. Okay, so the next stage is to choose a pack weight for yourself. So if you are on the starter level, you'd choose around about 15% of your body weight. If you're on the intermediate level, we suggest 20%. And if you're on the advanced level of fitness, we would suggest 30% of your body weight. So that body weight calculation is, for example, I'm 85 kgs. So I'd multiply 85 times 0.30, which is 30%. And that will give me 25.5 kg. So that's my suggested weight. If I want to carry a bit more, I can carry a little bit more, but just make sure you scale that weight to your current fitness level and you don't push yourself too hard too soon. So the idea is to do the pack walk first. When you get back from the pack walk, then try and get straight into those next physical assessments. So today I've got 32 kilos in here, and that includes my day pack, which is 10 kilos. So yeah, there's a decent amount of weight there, and my intention today is to hit this local maunga, clock up some kilometres and get some elevation gain as well. Key thing is to try and push the pace as quickly as you can without running. It's not a run, it's just a steady state pace, and if you can accumulate some elevation gain in there, that's all the much better. Remember to record the weight that you're using for today. I'm going to be using the Strava app on my phone, so that will record distance, elevation gain, my speed, and yeah, all of my splits that I need. So it will be able to show me how quickly I'm walking every minute. So it will show that breakdown really nicely. And one added bonus of having that Strava app, which is a free app, is that it will actually show you the route that you've taken. So we need to make sure that we use the same route this time as we do in our subsequent assessment. In terms of your kilometres or your distance, somewhere between 5 to 10 kilometres is the distance we're looking for, and elevation gain is also a nice one to tick off as well. So if you don't use Strava, make sure you remember the route that you took, because otherwise when you go to compare in your following assessments, it won't be an accurate measure of what you've done on your initial walk. Alright, we'll get into it, and yeah, we'll see you along the way. Middle of the day, so it's going to be a bit of a cooker under here. Key thing, take your time to get your pack set up properly. Yeah, so we're shifting a little bit of weight here today, 32 kilos. With regards to the weight that you want to carry, that's up to you. I've got some suggested weights for each of the fitness levels, so you're rating yourself either as a starter, intermediate or advanced for your fitness level. So that is up to you where you want to start, and with those fitness levels you can change those as you go through the program as well. So if you're finding the starter level is too easy, you can go up to the intermediate options, and of course this is all sort of guidelines anyway, so if you want to change things along the way as you need to, that's entirely up to you to get the most out of the program. But the key thing is with this particular session is to try and push that pace along and try and keep that heart rate up. If you can't find any elevation, then you'll just have to make do with flat terrain. But yeah, if possible, throw some in there. Okay guys, so as part of my loop, I'm throwing in a couple of hill repeats up a trail here, so I know exactly where they are so I can keep track of them. And that's part of my track up there, so that goes up to the trig. Keep going, hot day. Woo, picked a hot one. Okay guys, so this is the final stretch for me. I've only got 100 meters to go to the bottom, and then from here I'm going to go across the road to the park, and then I'll do the rest of this physical assessment battery. So yeah, take your big pack, and you'll need your day pack as well. So our anaerobic test is 3 sets of burpees, and those are chest to ground burpees. Minute of burpees, minute of rest, times 3 rounds. Okay, so because we've got a minute of rest, very decent amount of rest, that means our 1 minute of burpees needs to be hard and fast, and we need to get them done as quick as we possibly can. Okay, so I'll show you some options through this first minute of the advanced, intermediate and the starter level. Okay, we'll get going. We'll start off with the advanced option, and then we'll go intermediate for the second set, and then starter for the final set. So I'll take you through all 3 sets. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Remember to count your reps. Want to go for full extension burpees. The arms need to come over the head, and the biceps need to be beside the ears. This is our most advanced option. We've got chest to ground, Feet are right back, arms are nice and high. Cool. So it's our most advanced option. It's our first set. Get a minute rest. Our next minute, I'll show you the intermediate option. Woo. Make sure you record your reps. So if you've got 15, jot down set 1, 15. Okay, we've got another 25 seconds. Try and stand up if you can. The lungs expand. If you are on the advanced level, you'll be doing chest to ground burpees for 3 sets. Not just the first one. I'm just demonstrating these. 3, 2, 1. This is our intermediate option. Doesn't involve a push-up. Still going for as many reps as you can. Arms are straight overhead, not this. It's not a burpee, something else. Don't do it. Five seconds. Almost. Okay, 2 down, 1 to go. Take the air in. If you need a drink, get a drink. Been doing a bit of activity now by this stage. Pack walk, anaerobic burpees. Final set coming. I'll show the starter option. If you're on the advanced, chest to ground burpees again. If you're hitting intermediate level, straight arm burpees. It is a scorching day. Middle of the day. 3, 2, 1. This is our beginner option or starters option. Walk them in, raise overhead. Still using the same muscle groups, but just at a lower intensity. If you want to add the jump, and you can, add it in. Doing anything explosively will increase your heart rate. Remember, if you are on the starter option, try and do these nice and quickly, because it is our anaerobic test. Remember, the arms go all the way up behind the ears. That's it. 2 seconds. Get one more. Nice. Okay, so that's our anaerobic component. Done. Make sure you've recorded all your results. Set 1, set 2, set 3. Move on to the next exercise now. So we've got to bring back the pack. That's our walk-in pack. So the next exercise are called pack walkout push-ups. So if you're doing the advanced version, you use the full weight of your walk-in pack, what we've just done for our pack walk. If you're on the intermediate, I would advise that you use the day pack. So your day pack weight will be somewhere around 10 to 15 kilos. And then if you're doing the starter option, you can either do it without a pack altogether, or you can just use 5 kilos in that little backpack. So options there, 2 minutes of work, and we're trying to complete as many as we can. Okay, so get your timer ready. The other thing is, when we're doing these exercises back to back, or these assessments, try and get them done as compactly as you can. So allow yourself less than 2 minutes to get from the end of one set or one exercise and then into the other, so you keep your heart rate up. Okay, give these a crack. Okay, I'm going to hit the bell. Time begins with our walk out here, and we're going to push up. We move ourselves back to the starting position, nice and upright, stay balanced, back down. We can do the push up, cool. If you can't do the push up, just have a straight arm. So this is your other option if you can't do the push up. Walk yourself back from there. Okay, carry on. Really good functional exercise. If you're climbing through or under bushes, carrying load, using the upper body, core, shoulders, legs, lower back, hits everything. It's good. A bit overloaded on the pack today. So it's a good challenge on the push-ups. Okay, we've got halfway. Keep going. Once again, technique is most important. Time under tension. Really feel those quads after big workout yesterday. Still working. Keep going. 20 seconds. Don't have to do the push-up if you don't want to. It's just added challenge. 7 seconds to go. Nice work. Cool. 2 minutes pack walkouts. Okay guys, so we come straight from our pack walkout push-ups to a bench step up or a box step up. I'm just using a pillar here at the park, but essentially we're just doing a single leg step up off one leg. How you push yourself up to the top and then come back down. So we're going to do 1 minute on one leg and then straight into 1 minute on the other leg, so 2 minutes in total. Count your reps if you can. If you've got something like this, just make sure you keep your balance. Bench is probably easier, but this is probably more hill-like or mountain-like, so give these a go. Ideally you want the step to be somewhere in line with your knee, about that height. If you can get a little bit higher, even better, but just take into account the load that you're carrying. So I was still on 33 kilos here. If you are on the starter level, just continue with that lighter backpack, about 5 kilos. If you're intermediate, stick with that backpack as well, which is around 10 to 15 kilos. If you want to do more, you can, but it's a good guideline. Okay, we're ready to hit the go. 3, 2, 1. We go. Balance. 1, 2, 6. Remember, when the bell goes at halfway, change straight across. To the other leg. Yep. Change. Right leg. Really cooking up a storm in this heat, but it is good to acclimate. So rest. 2 minutes done. Try and jot down your results. How many you did on left, how many you did on your right. Next exercise, walking lunges. Woo, more leg work. Righto team, well, good to get rid of that pack. We're going to be doing 2 minutes of walking lunges now. So with our walking lunges, the key thing is to try and get a long lunge, a deep lunge and a straight lunge. So length, depth and alignment are the key things. One thing to look out for when you're doing your lunges is that a lot of people tend to do their lunge and then their knee rotates inwards. So we want to actually try and keep that knee nice and straight in line with the hip. So sometimes it will tend to move in. Try and keep it straight. So we've got 2 minutes of work. I've got my timer here, so I'm going to do 1 minute walking out and 1 minute walking back. Try and make the lunges continuous as well. We'll get them done. Okay, 3, 2, 1, time begins. Count your reps. Nice work team, 2 minutes of lunges. Record your numbers, I think I got 69. Key thing with those, when you're doing them, try and get your back knee to touch the ground. If you can't do lunges, do 2 minutes of squats. So body weight squats like this, or from the side. Try and get down nice and low. Okay, that's our option if you can't do the lunges. Your other option is to do a wall sit. So holding a squat position against the wall. So your upper back is against the wall. your thighs are at 90 degrees and your feet are on the ground. Okay, next exercise, upper body. Not ideal, but have to make do with the soccer goalposts for our pull-ups. Haere mai. Okay, move across, pull-ups. If you can't do pull-ups, do bodyweight rows. So bodyweight row achieves the same thing in terms of the muscle groups. It's just a bit easier. So you do a bodyweight row on a lower bar. So this here is going to be well above my head. So I'll be doing pull-ups. If you have access to a pull-up bar, you can do them on there. Keeping in mind you need everything within a very small space of your testing station. So let's get up there. Got a minute of pull-ups or a minute of bodyweight rows. Okay, so this bar is not absolutely ideal because it's a very thick grip on it, but we'll make do with it and we'll see how we go. Let's bash into it. Right, off we go, minute of work. Full range of motion. Losing grip. Go again, you've got to keep going for your time. Even if you can only do one at a time, keep going. 5 seconds. Grip's not ideal there, but is what it is. Got some reps done. It's cool. So that's our upper body. Record your numbers, push on to the next exercise. Okay guys, so straight down from the pull-ups, works biceps, forearms, back of the shoulder, so your deltoids, into your latissimus dorsi and through your upper back, core as well. Great exercise. Next exercise we're moving on to is a core exercise. I call them the plank up downs, and so rather than going for a set number of reps, we're just going for 2 minutes of time. So we'll get started. Plank position, feet back, time on, nice flat back. Keep your tummy tucked in, keep your shoulders over the top of your elbows. From there we push up and then come back down. So push up from one side, then push up from the other side. So we're aiming to do 2 minutes of work here and just working continuously with our push-ups. Okay, if you need the option, your option is a kneeling option. Okay, it still involves the core. If you're advanced or intermediate, you're up on the toes, and 2 minutes of work is our time. If you can't sustain the push-ups, just hold a plank at the bottom or at the top, or you can alternate between the two. Okay, we're back up again. When we're doing our push-ups, we want to alternate which side we're pushing up from. Bell will go soon, it's halfway. Push again, nice and straight. Reason I put this into the program is because it's a bit more challenging than a standard plank and it's more time efficient. Not many times when you're in the bush or on the hill where you're just holding a static position like this, always moving. So it's what we do in our training. We've got to replicate what we need to do on the hill. Almost there. 17 seconds. Keep going. Flat back. Use your core. Let your core take your body weight. Up again. Okay, 3 seconds. And time. Cool, so there's our 2 minute plank up downs done. If you want to build in a progression on that, just aim for 3 minutes. Okay, but everyone can do that exercise. Let's go on to the next. Okay guys, so next exercise, we're in a prone position. We're not doing a plank. We're going into some back extensions. So targeting lower back, middle back, upper back, glutes and hamstrings. Okay, so we're doing back extensions for 1 minute. We'll go for maximum reps. Everyone should be able to do these ones. Lift the hands and the feet at the same time, then return back to the ground. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Keep your chin tucked into your chest and your thumbs upwards. Try and relax your traps, trapezius muscles beside your shoulder there. Try and get up as high as you can. It is hard on the grass here, but not sure on the time. Okay, rest. I'm going to a back stretch, need to. Up to here. Forward, chest up, rotate round. So with these exercises that we're doing, all of them, it's a really good cross section of activities and movement groups that you do when you're out on the hill, hunting or tramping, whatever it might be. And so it's a good case of actually identifying what areas you're weak in, because we all have weaknesses. The back extensions are something that I need to work a lot on, so that's good that identifies that. So in my improvement day, when I'm doing some mobility work, I might do a couple of back extensions as well and just keep building that up. Okay, next exercise. Final exercise is our backpack get-ups. So the backpack, we've got our small backpack options here. So for the starter, try about 5 kilos in your backpack. If you're intermediate, go for between 5 and 8. And if you're going for the advanced option, try and hit 10 kilos. Okay guys, so our next exercise, get your pack. I've got 10. We're going to be doing what's called a backpack get up. So at the top of your pack there, grab a solid section or under here, lift it up nice and high, and that backpack goes in behind your arm there. Nice and straight. Lie ourselves down. From there, we're going to move into a position. We're going to pull that leg in, move that body weight across. That arm is nice and straight. We're onto the elbow now. Then from the elbow, we'll move on to the hand, tuck the other leg in, and then stand straight up. And we do the reverse coming down. Move ourselves back down, nice and slowly. Controlled. Arm stays up straight the whole time. Go for 1 minute on each side. 3, 2, 1. Time begins. Tuck in, roll, elbow, palm, hip, stand, back down. Really good functional exercise. Tests your mobility a little bit here, but it also uses your core and your legs and tests your balance too. Also a great workout for your shoulders. Tuck the leg in, roll, elbow, palm, hip, stand, back down. A good tip to keep yourself balanced is to try looking up at your hand the whole time. It really does help keeping the bag balanced. Tuck, roll, extend, hip, up, back down. When the bell goes, yeah, right there, change sides. Bust the changeover. Go the other way, in, roll, down, tuck, and stand. Roll, tuck, hips, stand, back down. Try and get as many as you can. Doing it properly, of course, is helpful. It's a really good exercise if you don't have a lot of time and you want to hit a lot of muscle groups. And it's very functional because when we are on the ground or we're trying to stand up with weight on the pack or weight on the back, you've got an animal, we really need to train that mobility and that movement from the ground, carrying load upwards. So it's very efficient, ticks a lot of muscle groups, and that's us. Assessment done. Time for a drink. Well done if you got through the whole thing. Remember to record all of your repetitions, your completion times, and your pack weights as well. So if you're going to be alternating your pack and your pack load throughout the session and throughout the assessments, make sure you write that down so you know when you do the assessment again, which we will be doing it again middle of the program and end of the program. So we want to keep all of the variables the same. So when you do that whole assessment again, you do it in the same location, the same route. I don't have to do the pull-ups on there again. We use all the same things so we can measure very accurately our progress. So that's it. If you got through it, awesome work. We'll see you during the week for our next lot of workouts. Cheers.